Hello my friends, and welcome back. My name is Dennis, and this is your latest frontline update from Ukraine. Today, we have breaking news, potentially one of the most significant developments in recent months. According to several emerging reports, Ukrainian forces have successfully crossed the Dnipro River in the Kherson region. While this information is still unconfirmed by our general staff, numerous independent media sources, and even some videos, indicate that small Ukrainian assault boats managed to cross from the Oleshky area to the opposite bank, landing on territory that remains marked red on the military maps. If verified, this would mean that Ukrainian troops have established a bridgehead on the Kombortska Spit, a strategic section between the Mykolaiv and Kherson regions. There are also unconfirmed reports suggesting that Ukrainian units may have advanced into Oleshky itself, a critical crossroads settlement on the southern side of the river. Now, I must emphasize, this information is not yet officially confirmed. But if true, it marks a remarkable breakthrough, since Oleshky serves as the main logistical hub in the region. Beyond that, much of the surrounding area consists of the Oleshky Sands, the largest desert in Ukraine. President Zelensky's visit to Kherson. In parallel with these developments, President Volodymyr Zelensky made an unannounced visit to Kherson city earlier today. A bold move considering the area remains within range of Russian artillery. Even Russian propaganda channels expressed disbelief, questioning why their army failed to target him. But Zelensky's visit sent a powerful message. He stands with his soldiers and his people, even at the front lines. He personally awarded medals to Ukrainian defenders, right in the heart of Kherson. Meanwhile, Russia's leadership, including President Putin, remains absent and silent. Once again, we see the difference between a leader on the ground and one hiding in a bunker. Updates from the Eastern Front. Moving east, Russian forces made minor advances near Marinka, in the Donetsk region.
However, these gains are insignificant compared to Ukraine's progress elsewhere. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian counteroffensive in Luhansk has achieved confirmed success. Yesterday, Ukrainian forces liberated Makivka, a vital crossroads. This was officially verified today by our military command. It's another strategic victory that strengthens our positions in the east and weakens Russia's defensive lines. International and diplomatic news in the diplomatic front. The United Nations General Assembly voted in favor of reparations for Ukraine, opening the door to transfer frozen Russian assets from Western banks to rebuild our nation. Interestingly, even Hungary, often cautious in its stance, voted in favor. That's a significant political signal. Ukraine's Defense Minister Reznikov stated today that the liberation of Crimea may not necessarily come through direct military action, but potentially through the collapse of the Russian regime itself. And indeed, we're already witnessing signs of political fragmentation within Moscow's power circles. Putin, who once declared Kherson as forever Russian, now remains completely silent as Ukraine continues to reclaim that very territory. Global reactions in Ankara. The intelligence chiefs of the United States and Russia held a secret meeting. According to CNN, they did not discuss battlefield developments, but focused on nuclear security and escalation prevention. Meanwhile, in Bali, U.S. President Joe Biden met with China's leader Xi Jinping. Both sides reaffirmed their commitment to avoid nuclear escalation, a reassuring development for global stability. Still, China has gained certain economic advantages amid this war, serving as an alternative market for Russia. But even Beijing recognizes that prolonged conflict harms the global economy, and that peace in Ukraine benefits everyone. Signs from the ground. Interestingly, the mayor of Oleshky briefly posted a message on social media, writing, "Dear citizens, welcome home." That message was quickly deleted, likely at the request of the Ukrainian military command to maintain operational secrecy. This is yet another clue that our forces may have indeed entered. Canada has just announced a new military aid package worth $73 million, including advanced vehicles and equipment. At the same time, France continues to deliver Caesar self-propelled howitzers and armored vehicles, further reinforcing Ukraine's capabilities on the ground. To all our allies, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Russian evacuations and signs of collapse. According to several intelligence reports, Russia has begun mass evacuations from Luhansk, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia regions, particularly relocating local administrations and civilians deeper into Russian territory. They call it evacuation, but in reality, it's forced deportation. This pattern mirrors what we saw earlier in Kherson, and it's often the final phase before a complete Russian retreat. The morale within the Russian system appears to be collapsing. Their leadership is divided, their forces demoralized, and their international standing diminishing every day. A light at the end of the tunnel, friends. After all these months of hardship, I can finally say we're seeing light at the end of this long, dark tunnel. Russia is losing control, not just of the territories, but of its narrative, its credibility, and its global influence. No one fears Putin's threats anymore. His power is eroding, his circle is fracturing, and the world stands united behind Ukraine. How long will it take for this war to end? No one knows. But what we do know is this: Ukraine will win, and freedom will prevail. If you want to stay informed with reliable updates from the front lines, make sure to subscribe and follow my Telegram channel. The link is in the description below.